Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to my marathon series. If you guys are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Becca. I'm a registered dietitian, so I make lots of nutrition and health as well as some lifestyle videos. And now I'll be making some frequent running videos here on my channel because I am gearing up to run my second marathon in a few months, and I wanted to kind of share with you guys this process that I am going through. So if you guys haven't seen the first episode in my series yet, definitely go over and watch that. I shared my top tips on how to get into running, and if you're going to run, basically all the things that you really want to know and be aware of. So they are super helpful, so definitely go watch that video if you haven't first. But for today's video, the topic is going to be all about my training program, what exactly I'm doing, what I'm using, how I'm building mileage, and then of course if I'm doing any other exercise other than running, like strength training, which I am and I will get into. But just to give you guys a quick rundown how these episodes are going to go from here on out. Every episode or video will have its own topic. Like today is going to be all about how I'm training. I also want to do a whole video on how to eat and fuel for running. Also, like, you know, how to get good at running, how to actually enjoy it. What are all my tips for that? I have so many topics that I can't wait to dive into and kind of discuss with you guys and teach you guys about. But also in every video, I'm going to be sharing one tip, just something that I'm learning kind of along the way, or something I think is just really important to know. I already shared all of my top tips in that first episode, but I'm also going to share an additional tip with each video, and then at the end of the video, I will just kind of give you guys an update on where I am in my training, how I'm feeling, my thoughts, all of that good stuff. Okay, so now to actually jump into the video. So as far as my training, I am following one of the Hal Higdon guides. I mentioned this in the first episode, and I said I was going to be following the Novice 1 guide, which is what I used and followed for my first marathon. But actually I changed my mind in like the first week, and I'm actually going to be following the Novice 2 guide. So it's not that much more difficult, nothing crazy, but it is just a little bit of a step up, and I just decided that I wanted to just kick it up a notch with this next marathon and just challenge myself slightly more. So I will be following the Novice 2 guide. I will link it down below underneath every single one of these videos in this series, so you can always go on there if you're curious to see like where I'm at in my training and what I'm going to be running that week. My first week was the week of June 5th, so from there on out the weeks will just kind of follow along. So for the training, basically I have 4 runs every single week. I have 3 midweek runs that are shorter, and then there is always a long run on the weekend. So typically the shorter runs in the midweek, there's like 2 short runs, 1 medium run, and then the long run is on the weekend. So you kind of gradually build mileage as far as the midweek runs and with the long runs especially, but there are a few longer runs that are like drop back weeks, so you'll run like a little bit less. But for example, I am in week 2 right now. I'm not totally sure when this video is going up because I'm pre-filming a lot of videos right now because we're about to go on vacation. So I'm not sure which week I'll be in when this goes live, but right now I'm in week 2, so I have a 3-mile run, a 5-mile run, another 3-mile run, and then a 9-mile run. So obviously that leaves 3 other days where you're not running. So one of those days I do a strength training workout. I mainly just work my legs and then also do some core exercises. And then there are obviously 2 other days that aren't taken up, and those are like cross training days. You could do, you know, elliptical, or, you know, I personally just do walking. It's just something that's not running, and you don't want it to be something that's high intensity. Like for example, tennis would be a terrible idea because it's a lot of like, you know, it's hard on your knees. So you want to do something that's easy, it's not running, and it's not going to put too much stress on your body, but basically just to get you moving. So if you look at like the Hal Higdon guide, he, you know, assigns certain runs to certain days. I don't follow that exactly. I do follow the mileage for the week and the distances of the runs, but I don't follow it exactly. So for example, my training breakdown, every Monday I do a short run. So for example, this week would be 3 miles. Every Tuesday I do the medium run. This week would be 5 miles. On Wednesday I do my strength training workout, legs and abs. And then on Thursday I do the other short run. Friday is a cross training day, and then Saturdays is when I do my long runs, and then Sunday is another cross training day. So basically just try and go for like a half an hour walk is usually my goal. So obviously the running part is pretty straightforward. I just go out and run however many miles or whatever the distance is required for that particular day. But as far as the strength training goes, I choose to work my legs and my abs. Legs obviously are a huge part of running, and the stronger your legs are, obviously the more powerful you can be in your run, and also just the better that you can potentially feel if your legs are stronger, of course. And then also core is really important in running as well. I will be honest, I freaking hate ab workouts. I just do not enjoy them, but the stronger your core is, the better your form is, and it really does help with running, so it's important to do it. So at this point in time, I'm just dedicating one day of the week because let's be honest, I don't get too crazy with my marathon training. I did it the first time around. I just followed the Novice 1 Hal Higdon guide, and I talked all about how my first marathon went in the first episode, but basically it went amazing and I felt great. So I'm not trying to break any records here or, you know, totally kill myself with training. I'm just trying to do what's right for my body as far as strength training, and then also just following the mileage. So like I said, I do the strength training workout once a week. I will actually list down below exactly what I do if you guys are curious to see like what moves I'm actually doing. And I basically just have like a leg circuit and an ab circuit, and I repeat each of them twice. And it's a good workout. I get really sweaty and I definitely do feel it. I do also I use either 5 or 10 pound dumbbells depending on the exercise. That's just what I have in my house, so that is what I use. So yeah, that is it as far as my training breakdown. It is pretty straightforward. You just got to put the effort in and actually follow along. So again, it's 4 days of running, 1 day of strength training, and then 2 days of cross training. I will list and link everything down below, so if you're curious to see actual details. As far as the running, I am following that schedule pretty much to a T, but then as far as the strength training, I personally just sometimes get bored, so I may switch it up throughout the marathon training journey, and if I do, I will let you guys know in like an updated video and just list whatever the new workouts that I'm doing down below in that description box. So next I want to share with you guys my tip for this video, and that is getting adequate sleep. So I know that this can be difficult. It is sometimes so hard to just get in bed, and then also there are outside factors like having kids or babies or dogs that wake you up in the middle of the night. So obviously I know this is difficult for anyone, but it is so freaking important. It's crazy. So we all know that getting adequate sleep is important, but it didn't really occur to me like how much a bad night's sleep or not getting adequate sleep can really take a toll on your body until a run that I had the other week. I just had a terrible night's sleep. Really, it was my own fault because I decided to sit down at like 9 o'clock at night and start working at my computer, which was just a terrible, terrible idea because then I like to go to bed around 10, and when I finally went to bed, my head was spinning. I was just like, I was not calm at all. And when I finally did fall asleep, I just had the most restless night's sleep ever and woke up feeling so groggy and like I was dragging my feet on the ground. But it is hot here, so I need to get out the door and get my run in the morning. So off I went, and I felt so sluggish and so horrible. And it's just really interesting to me, like this, you know, this happens all the time. And normally, you know, we just get ourselves out of bed and we get off to work and whatever, and that day maybe we'll have a little extra coffee or, you know, whatever it is to kind of just simulate ourselves and kind of just cancel out that really sleepy grogginess. But when you have to get up and get out the door and like immediately get into some intense physical activity, it really shows you. I mean, you can't ignore it. You can't just, you know, caffeinate yourself more to mask it. So it's just really interesting. It was like very eye-opening for me. So that is my tip. Make sure you are getting a good night's sleep before all of your runs, but especially your long run, because that is obviously your most difficult run of the week. And then lastly, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about how I'm doing as far as my training and my running. So we are still in the very early stages. Like I said, I'm currently in week 2. Not sure what week I will be on when this goes live. I'll just put it here so you guys can know. But yeah, in a nutshell, things are going well. I did have that one run that was just a little sluggish and tough to get through. Just need to be careful of how I'm sleeping from here on out. But everything has been going well. Other than that, the runs have felt pretty good. I did have my longest run to date was 8 miles, and I was a little nervous about it because I haven't run that long since the last marathon training over a year ago. So I didn't really know how I was gonna go, but it turned out to be great. The weather was pretty good. It wasn't too hot because I got out early, and I felt honestly really great the whole time, better than I would have expected. So that was kind of nice to like set the tone for the rest of the training. So we will see how the rest of the runs go. Like I said, we are going on vacation very soon. We will probably be there by the time you're watching this video. So you can go on my Instagram and Snapchat and see where we are. But I will be doing a lot of runs over there, of course, because we're going to be there for a decent amount of time, which honestly gives me a lot of anxiety. I get just really nervous about running in unfamiliar places. Like, is it going to be hilly? I don't know the course. I get to be in my little comfort zone, and I feel much better, obviously, running in the places that I'm familiar with because I know what to expect. So that definitely gives me a little bit of anxiety, but I'm just gonna like try and be really chill about it and just don't worry about it too much, just get my runs in. And it's probably kind of a good thing because it will force me to exercise and not like drink too much or eat too much on vacation, because I gotta get up and run, because I'm the kind of person where I will stick to the training. Like, I am not just gonna be like, well, I'm on vacation, I'll figure it out when I get back. That would give me so much more anxiety to like just totally have the vacation be a wash as far as training goes. So I am definitely going to be sticking to the training while I'm there, because that's just my personality. I'm very determined when it comes to that kind of stuff. So hopefully things go well. The courses aren't too difficult and hilly. That's what I'm nervous about. So you'll just have to stay tuned to find out how that goes, because I'm sure I will definitely talk about it in the next video. But that is all I have for this video today. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. I hope that you were able to learn from it. If you are currently training for a half marathon or a marathon or a 5K, whatever it is, I hope your training is going well. Would love to hear about it down in the comments below. But that is all I have. Make sure to subscribe if you're enjoying my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat so we can hang out on there. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!